Hello, bleeders.
What's up, guys?
It's been a while. I haven't really written anything in a while. Haven't really done any videos in a while.
Yeah. Kind of out of money past few weeks, so.
Yeah, and I've been really depressed. That's February for me. Hey, I think I've mentioned that in the vlog.
Of course. It's just how it goes.
Yeah. But today we have a new episode. We just saw Chappie.
Yeah, Chappie.
And let's just get started.
Let's do it.
All right.
Alright, first off, I've not seen District 9.
I don't think you've seen any of Neil Blomkamp's movies, have you?
I don't know what ones he's done.
District 9, Elysium.
Wait, Elysium.
That's the one with Matt Damon?
Nope, not seen it.
Yeah, see. You haven't seen any of the stuff.
So yeah, I haven't seen any of this guy's stuff.
This is his first movie. Oh my god.
But
so,
overall,
that's interesting.
I just want to get out of the way immediately. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen reviews and everything, and they're like trashing this fucking movie. I don't know why. I have no fucking clue why.
Yeah, the movie ends and he's like, well, that was pretty good. Why are people trashing it? And I was like, people were trashing it?
No, I said, why are people shitting on it? Why the fuck?
And then I'm just like, people are?
Yeah, I don't get it. I really just don't get why the hate. I mean, alright, I'll say this. It was extremely similar to District 9 plot-wise. It had a lot of the same themes, which you wouldn't know because you've never seen it, but it had a lot of the same themes of, like, taking an asshole and redempting them in, like, the fucking last act of the movie. Criminal activities for good reasons.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Alright, so on to the plot. Johannesburg, South Africa. Shitty place to live.
Just like District 9.
2016, apparently, this movie takes place. And by that time, this Indian guy named Devo? Was it Devo? Devo. It was something. It was something. I think it was Devon. I think it was Devon, wasn't it?
I'm trying to remember what his fucking name was.
They didn't use a lot of characters' names because Chappie was the guy's. Chappie was the most talking.
Yeah,
and he would say
was
what they were
Devon,
called.
or Devon, or
I think it was Devon or something.
I don't fucking.
Anyway, Indian kid.
He was played by Dev Patel, so let's just call him Dev.
Indian kid creates this robot.
Indian kid, he's in fucking his 30s.
he doesn't look like it. He really doesn't. But he creates this robot.
Genes, sir.
He creates this robot, and the weapons contracting company buys his design and uses it and markets it.
Police droids.
Yeah, and markets it to Johannesburg for police robots.
All right. yeah, like what he said, and he's one of the main characters.
Yeah. Then there's the good one. He's the one who's not.
There's a group of thieves.
Yeah.
That are in trouble because
they're drug dealers.
They're supposed to be stealing drugs for this guy, and then fucking the drugs get spilled everywhere, and the guy's pissed off, so he shoots one of them.
I think
and gives them all an ultimatum, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking murder all of you if you don't give me $7 million."
No, 7 days, $20 million.
Oh, $20 million. Oh, sorry, I got to mix
apparently, what I gathered was they picked up the coke. It was a lot of coke, like 7 barrels.
Was that coke? I thought it was like fucking pills. It looked almost like pills.
No, they were in packing peanuts.
Oh, that's right.
It's cocaine. All right. Kilos of cocaine. And I guess they got
pay
wet.
better attention to fucking drugs in movies, I guess.
I guess the cocaine got wet, and it's ruined. You can't snort wet coke. So he says, "You got to comp me for the money that I spent to get this in here," which happens to be $20 million. That's probably South African dollars, but still, that's a lot of fucking money. So they come up with the idea to kidnap
Dev Patel's
character because he's the guy who created the robots.
Because the lady, Misser, I think that's her name, Misser. Didn't
it start with a Y?
No, it was Misser. Because like they basically just used their actual names.
That's true. Yeah. The two main
thugs are
apparently
Ninja and Misser.
Yeah, apparently they're singers in South Africa, and they play in fictionalized versions of themselves.
I swear I've seen her before. I just don't know much about her or anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, I gotta say, I think I brought it up in the theater to you. she's kind of cute in a really awkward way.
Yeah.
I found her kind of strangely attractive.
If she had better hair, in all honesty, I think
I found it kind of weird. I don't know.
To me, she
I
kind of looked
want to look her up.
To me, she kind of looked like a raider.
Welcome back.
Hey guys.
Oh, we had some technical difficulties.
It's cold.
But it's alright, we're back! And we're going to continue from my other space. You might recognize this from my unboxing videos.
This is what happens when you don't plug in the camera before you take it out.
This is true, But that's no fault of mine. I usually do plug it in.
Yeah.
Somebody else has been using it.
But
we're not going to get into that.
It is his camera, so he can plug it in all he wants.
Yeah, I'm technically borrowing the camera, so we make do. Alright, you were talking about how the leading lady, who actually is never really referred to by name through most of the film.
Yeah.
We were actually just talking about this while getting this all set up.
She, okay, what I was saying
most of the characters are set up in a weird way where they're not called by their names. They're called by mommy, daddy, creator, maker. And then the only character who's called by name is America.
And that's not even his name. That's just his
That's
nickname.
just like a nickname. Well, for all we know, it was his fucking name.
Right?
We didn't. How much did we really fucking know about that character?
See, the thing was, Chappie, when they were introducing themselves to Chappie, they didn't call themselves by their names. Like, the girl, she's like, I'm mommy.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend,
I really like that
Ninja,
scene, too.
was daddy.
I really like that scene where she's, like, explaining Chappie about souls and stuff.
Yeah,
that was really well
cute.
done. I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
She was comforting him with the knowledge.
So as I was saying, to me, she looks like a raider from Fallout via roller derby.
Oh my god. Like, be still my heart. I love roller derby.
Well, she's always wearing... She always had elbow pads on, I swear to God.
One of these days, I'm gonna get you, and we're just gonna go fucking see the Molly Roger Roller Girls. We're just going to.
Hell yeah.
If I've got money, I want to buy a t-shirt.
Nice. But yeah, so... Yeah, that's what she looks like to me.
I told Molly that there's a roller derby team named after her. You should come to Florida. There's a Molly roller derby team. You should come see them.
But yeah,
they got your name.
Plot.
Plot.
We were talking about plot.
Plot.
At least there's no exposition dance. But so like they come up with the idea. The leading lady, she says, well, if it's a machine like a TV, it can be turned off.
So they think they can go after Dev Patel there because he's the creator of them, and he'll know how to turn them off, which they do. They kidnap him and everything. And before they kidnap him, he got the idea he's gonna turn one of them, which is actually Chappie.
Yeah.
Unit number 22.
Number 22.
Who just got the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, he got
a fucking RPG to the chest.
And it fused
his battery to
his chest plate to his battery.
Yeah.
In other words, they couldn't replace it.
Yeah.
So once the battery dies,
he dies.
So it's
That's a major plot point.
Yeah.
But moving on, he's got this artificial intelligence program that he got.
He's been working
it's
on
the
for
ultimate
900 days.
Yeah, it's the ultimate like perfect artificial intelligence. Like we're talking like not just artificial, not true intelligence.
Yeah. You get this short little montage of him working all night compiling.
I liked his little robot.
Words, he has all these, of code.
He doesn't have anybody at home. All he has is these little robots who seem like they're alive anyways because they all fucking talk to him and shit.
Yeah, like when he comes in, the little walkie robot says, "Welcome home." And
he had the weird plant robot with like a tablet face.
Yeah, that was
weird. It had like a tablet mouth and it was like burp, 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 burp.
And it was like that little flower robot like doubled as his webcam.
Really weird. Really weird.
But like he comes home from work and he spends all night compiling, in his words, terabytes of code. That's a lot of fucking code.
Yeah.
And it literally takes him all night. And it's like you get this little montage of him compiling and all this. And about nearly 6 o'clock in the morning, he runs the code, and it's perfectly
100%
works. Nothing's wrong. There's no conflictions. His code works. and he nearly shits himself. Like, the look on his face.
Yeah, he's super happy. He goes to his boss, who's Sigourney Weaver.
I love Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, yeah. You know, this movie's the reason why we're getting a new Alien movie. Because Sigourney Weaver and Neil Blomkamp became friends.
Yeah. So, I love Sigourney Weaver.
Bless this movie for no other reason. For no other reason than the fact Sigourney Weaver got to be friends with the director to make a new Alien movie.
I had never actually seen Alien, like, growing up. Like, I had first seen Alien when I was 20. I think it was 19 or 20 when I first saw Alien and Aliens. Shortly after that, Paul came out, and I saw Sigourney Weaver in Paul. And it was glorious. Then I watched Aliens again, and I was like, hey, you know, I kind of see that was kind of a joke they were playing in Paul.
Of course.
And then it just kind of, like, I don't know, every time I see Sigourney Weaver now, I'm just like, yay.
Ripley! All right, she's a huge bitch in the movie. Let's get out of the way.
Not as big as in Paul, though.
It's true. But you kind of understand why, because she's just a business lady. She runs their military business.
Yeah, they're a weapons contractor.
So that's the whole thing.
Hugh Jackman's in the movie, too.
Oh, God, you mean Huge Jack Hole?
Huge Jack off.
Fucking goddamn it.
I stole that joke from Penn Jillette.
Oh, my God.
Just so you know.
Hugh Jackman
is an asshole.
He's such an asshole in this movie.
He is full Aussie.
He has the most epic... Well, no, him and Ninja are like competing for best mullet in the movie.
Yeah. Ninja's got the 80s mullet, you know, with the shaved sides and then the thing that comes down.
Yeah, he's got like a weird, like I'm a white rapper, but then I'm white.
Ice.
I'm totally white in the back. Even, whiter than Vanilla Ice.
It's whiter than Vanilla Ice, but if you imagine Vanilla Ice with maybe another foot of hair, you got it.
Half of me is shocked that Ninja didn't just have his fucking hair full on into a rat tail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. It was crazy. Yeah.
Hugh Jackman has...
he's a rival programmer.
He's got like a short
guy. And he's like a former military guy,
Yeah,
right?
he's
a former
soldier. We're not sure which, but judging by his accent, probably Australian.
Gee, you think?
Well, I mean that in a way that he's not disguising his accent like he does.
Yeah, he's literally just being Australian.
He's just being himself. Like, he's not trying.
I gotta say, though, this movie did not paint Australians in a really lovely light, considering he's the main Australian we get to know. He's just this huge douchebag. Yeah, I think those two guys he was with, they spoke with kind of Aussie voices.
Possibly.
But, they could have been British.
They were in one.
They are in Johannesburg, so there's a lot of British accents there. But
those guys he's talking about were in one scene. We'll get to that.
But they kidnap Dev Patel, knock him out. He was actually stealing stuff to build.
Because he takes the AI, he brings the AI to Sigourney Weaver, and she
turns him down.
She's like, "What the fuck are we gonna do with this?
We're
a weapons contractor. We're a weapons contractor. What the fuck are we gonna do with an AI?"
God, my nose is itching.
So he's like, but I want to, and she's like, "Well, no,
but I want it."
So what he does is he takes Unit Scout.
Money. Give me the money.
He takes Scout Unit 22. And he steals it, basically. And he takes it, he throws it in the back of his van, and he's driving home. And then he gets
fucking kidnapped.
Yeah, when Ninja in America kidnap his ass.
Yeah, let's just skip ahead here. All right, he gets with them. They threaten his life. They want to know how to turn off.
Yeah, he
tells them that there is no way to turn them off.
Because
they're always on.
They're firmware wired to always be on. You can't just turn it off.
They don't just fucking turn it off. They end up getting into a whole deal where he'll build Chappie for them.
He says, I have the robot, I'll put them together, and I'll put the new firmware on him, and you guys can teach him and use him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just don't kill me, basically.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to fucking die at this point.
So he sticks Chappie back together. Apparently, it's kind of neat, actually. The arms and legs of the robots are interchangeable.
Yeah, it's very cool. They just kind of go on and go off. It's very neat.
I mean, I'm sure there's a way to keep them from falling off during combat.
It looked like there was like a locking mechanism, but it's like a manual locking mechanism. But it's neat
because, you know, they just twist and pull and it comes off. Yeah. It's kind of cool. And
it looked like they were like lifting something up and like twisting.
Yeah, like he's got like this little shoulder pad kind of.
So it's like a lock thing.
Yeah. So like
kind of like a latch.
Yeah, basically. So apparently, Scout 22 always gets damaged, which is why.
Yeah, they had to replace one of his ears right at the beginning because his ear was fucked up.
He's got one blue ear and one orange ear, and he got the, of course, fucked up chest from the RPG.
And you can actually see the battery in his chest because it's like exposed.
Yeah, it's like this weird kind of gnarled piece of machinery. Looks neat.
And it's got like a little readout that says how much life is left in it.
Yeah, it looks neat. So he takes and he sticks Chappie back together and he plugs him into the computer and he uploads the AI firmware.
And then Chappie wakes up and he's just straight up a baby. He's
yeah.
just like he's a scared animal. He doesn't know what everything.
With the ears.
All the ears were so expressive. They were just like laid down when he was scared.
With the ears, I cannot see anything but a rabbit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like
I made the comparison to Appleseed.
Yeah, exactly.
Briario's in Appleseed, like his ears are very like they help show emotion.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
He actually kind of looks.
I think that's why Shiro did that in Appleseed that was how emotion was getting shown because Briario's has no face. He has like the weird Cyclops eye.
Yeah, they definitely took a page out of Appleseed for that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, hell, man, if you're going to take a page from anything, at least take it from something good.
Exactly. And Appleseed is great.
Yeah, Appleseed's
fucking amazing. As far as I know,
amazing.
I've not seen Appleseed.
Well, it's originally a manga.
Yeah.
It's originally, comic.
Still not,
But yeah,
so, he activates Chappie, and Chappie's first reaction is to cower, and he runs and hides under this desk kind of counter thing they have set up.
And
they live in an abandoned building.
Yeah. Him and the lady, they coax him out. America even starts to warm up to him. He's initially holding a gun because he's freaked out, but
because these are cop robots.
Yeah. Everybody's scared of them because they're cop robots.
Yeah.
But they start warming up to it, except for Ninja. Ninja is progressively a douche through the first 3 acts of the film. I truly
hope that the actual guy is not that much of an asshole, because
3 acts of the film, he's such a douchebag. Final act.
The final showdown.
Yeah.
It even is where he kind of comes out and it's like, okay, this shit can't go down.
Well, it happens a little before that, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
All right, so they like teaching him. Ninja's just like, I want to fucking teach him how to shoot, and she's like, no, you can't teach him how to shoot. He's just a baby.
Yeah, he's just a baby. You got to teach him. He has to learn first, and then we can teach him that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
it's the sort of thing. And you could feel the entire movie, like, she cared more about the robot than fucking a heist or anything.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the sort of thing where, looking back on it, I can understand why Ninja's, like, freaked out and, like, wanting to teach him. Because, as I was saying before, they're gonna die! Yeah. That guy's gonna fucking murder them if they don't get the money!
That guy looks like a Ivan Drago reject.
Oh my god, he looked like if fucking Conan fucked Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
And then came out, and then that baby that they had together fucked Khal Drago, fucking Khal Drago, and then they had a baby, and it was this guy. He has like weird fucking braids and shit.
Do y'all remember The Matrix 2 with Naomi? Her weird little ball hair.
Yeah, the weird ball hair.
That's on the top of his
head. And then he has like these little braids in the back.
And then he has white boy dreads down the back.
It was fucking weird. I couldn't tell if that guy was white or Latino or what.
He's some kind of Johannesburg African mix. That's what he is.
Oh,
and they had subtitles on him for some reason.
Dude, well, it's because he's fucking had a thick kind of accent. He could speak English, but he was like speaking weird English.
Personally, I didn't think the English was that bad, but like they had subtitles on some of the characters, which I thought was kind of...
Well, I understand, because, there's certain movies where people be like, what?
Yeah, I kind of get, but, like, it just seemed unnecessary.
It's like when you watch fucking Wild Boys. Remember we used to watch Wild Boys, and they'd have, like, people that speak English, but they're speaking kind of broken English, so they'd be like, subtitles.
Any episode of, like, fucking American Pickers, that's just, like, I like that show. Any episode that they're in the South, anybody they talk to whose country... They have them subtitled. We live in the South.
The holy night is upon me, Cameron.
Oh. We live in the South. We understand them. So when they have the subtitles, it distracts me because I'm like, I understand this guy.
We're really getting off topic. We're gonna continue here.
It's kind of the same thing, is what I'm saying.
All right. They're scared of the guy. Whole bunch of stuff happens. Dev Patel and Ninja are clearly not getting along because Dev's like, he needs to be learning. He needs to do what he wants to do.
He needs to not be an asshole.
He wants to paint and not be a douchebag. And Ninja's like, but we're gonna die! I gotta teach you how to shoot and rob things!
So we can rob that armored car, so we can get the money, so we can fucking pay this guy off.
So what happens is Dev Patel basically tells Chappie all this stuff about how you gotta be good and not do crime and stuff.
He kind of gives him a base of morals.
Yeah. And he doesn't want to break those morals, so what happens is Ninja in America start tricking Chappie into breaking the law.
Yeah.
Chappie doesn't realize he's breaking the law.
Chappie is against using the guns because
Dev told him they trick him into using like fucking
ninja stars,
shurikens,
fucking
ninja stars,
things like
straight up ninja stars. He's like, the ninja stars, you hit people with the ninja stars,
and they go to sleep. And it's kind of depressing. So all of this is going on.
Yeah.
Dev is butting heads with Ninja because he wants to train Chappie.
Yeah, straight up, even fucking buying a gun towards the end.
Yeah, and all this is going on. Meanwhile, Huge Jackoff is jealous.
He wants his project.
Wants the money. Because he has his own project. It's called Moose. It's this giant mech-like robot that's controlled...
Metal Gear Moose.
Yeah, pretty much. Fucking much. It's controlled by this neural helmet. And controlled remotely by this neural helmet. And he can, I
couldn't get over that either, because it's just like a straight-up Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, it totally looks like the Metal Gear.
Hideo Kojima should fucking sue, because goddamn.
It totally looked like the Metal Gear. But he calls it Moose. And his project, he developed it first before the scout robots were created. He developed his first. He was on the fast track to getting a bunch of them made for the police. He was so happy. And then Dev comes in with this cheaper, better, kind of better version.
Dev's model made more sense because it's like these single robots. They can work with each officer. They can drive cars. They can fucking hold little guns. It makes sense.
And the cops use them like basically shields with guns.
Yeah.
Essentially.
They're like walking partners that are bulletproof.
Yeah. And so he's really pissed off at Dev. So
how dare you make it where my walking fucking tank can't get used?
His walking tank with a pair of scissors on it, but we'll get to that. That's towards the end.
The fucking scissors. I forgot about the fucking scissors. God damn
It's literally the jaws of life that the fucking firefighters use. It's literally those. Anyway.
I can't fucking take this shit. Fucking scissors.
He's pissed off about all this.
God.
So he's kind of following Dev because he finds out that Dev's up to some weird shit. He finds out Dev takes the lockout. It's a mini flash drive, and it's the lockout chip.
Yeah.
This chip is the thing that's required to change anything about the robots.
Yeah.
It's a little USB thing, and it's required to change anything about the robots. It's called guard lock or something like that.
Master lock, I think.
Something like that.
Master lock.
And it's required to change anything with the robots. And for the first half of the movie, it's stuck in Chappie.
Until fucking Hugh Jackman fucking kidnaps Chappie.
Yeah.
After Ninja does the stupidest fucking thing ever.
He does the thing where you fucking you don't want a dog anymore, so you drive it out to the middle of the woods and you throw its ball and drive the fuck away.
Actually, what he
pulls
does
that.
Well, what he does is actually a common thing that a lot of gang members will do to initiates, where they abandon them in a fucking horrible situation. So they toughen up as a result. So either they tough it out or they fucking get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Or they die. I mean, but Ninja didn't consider that fucking option.
So that happens.
Chappie gets the shit kicked out of him by some thugs.
By homeless people.
Oh my god.
Hobos, really.
And poor fucking Chappie. He was so traumatized. You could see it. It was sad.
And then he escapes from them.
Chappie and then he pets a dog.
And then he finds this little overlook over the city.
A dog comes up.
And he pets
it's very
the dog.
sweet. It's a nice moment.
Yeah.
And then Hugh Jackman comes up and knocks him out.
Hugh Jackman was tracking Chappie's GPS. And he comes in this big trailer truck. And we almost got interrupted. Anyway, he shows up in this trailer, him and these two other guys, and he's got this portable EMP launcher. Or cannon, whatever it is. It looked like a battering ram.
It's a fucking gun that knocks him out. Let's just keep it simple. So it's a gun that knocks him out.
He comes up on Chappie and hits him with the EMP. Chappie falls. And they get him in the truck, and Chappie begins to wake up. And Chappie's like, fighting him off. You know, he's like, I know, I don't want this and all that. And he takes an angle grinder because Chappie's arm has been getting in the way. He takes an angle grinder and just cuts Chappie's arm off, which is kind of it's kind of an emotional scene because Chappie's reacting.
Yeah, Chappie's screaming and it's very sad.
It's not in pain because.
But he knows that it's bad.
Yeah.
He knows that's a piece of him.
Yeah, unfortunately, he can't feel the pain. But when it's happening, it feels... It's almost like watching somebody actually getting their arm cut off.
Yeah, because he's
it's
not
really
happy.
Intense.
Oh, God. It's
like, if this were an actual person, this movie would be borderline X-rated.
Everything that happens to Chappie in this movie, you feel. Like, Chappie is a very emotional being. Even though he's a robot. You feel like he's a very human being. He clearly has emotions, thoughts. He loves. He learns to hate.
Yeah, he learns to hate. He eventually hates Hugh Jackman's character.
Oh God!
For obvious reasons.
Hey, calm down. We'll get to that.
Yeah, that's the climax. But so he cuts his arm off to get him so he can roll him over because he's fighting. They can't roll him over.
And then he gets the chip out.
The chip out of his head.
And then he's gonna kill him. And then
Chappie
fights back and gets the fuck out. Yeah. He goes home.
He goes home to
you can see a ninja. You can see a ninja's face. He's just like, "Oh, I done fucked up."
Yeah, ninja's like, "Well, shit, the fucker came back," you know.
Well, it's the sort of thing I think he thought he was going to come back, but he didn't. He thought he was going to toughen up. He thought like he would whoop those guys' asses. He didn't think he'd come back like
one arm missing,
with like fucking leaking fluid, burns all over him because he got fucking set on fire by a Molotov.
Molotov'd his ass. The hobos Molotov'd his ass.
Yeah, man. Those were like teenage Molotovs. They were teenage hobos. They were fucking kids.
Something.
Because he kept saying they were kids.
That's true. He did say they were kids.
Because they were like fucking teenagers. Yeah. They were little. Like,
but so he gets back home, and luckily they have an extra arm because
because Dev left the stuff there.
Yeah, when Dev stole him.
So they took one of the fucking other extra arms. It's orange too, just like his extra ear. So it's cool. He's got matching parts. He's got
one orange ear, one orange arm. And they reattach his arm, and he's happy.
And he starts like using manipulation to get Chappie to do things.
And then that's when we get the scene that night. We get the scene where she's teaching him about
souls and stuff. And we get a whole bunch of stuff where Chappie's doing like crime.
Kind of wanted to talk about that scene.
Oh, well, go ahead. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Anyway, no, because it's a really nice scene.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. I thought we just kind of covered it earlier.
Well, we didn't really talk about
all right.
Yeah, so they're laying in bed, him and Mama. I'm just going to call her that because I can't remember her fucking name. They're laying in bed, and she's reading
a book that Dev left for him. He said it was Chappie's because Chappie couldn't really use his mind. And he's like, yes, it's Chappie's book. And Chappie was excited.
So she's reading the book to Chappie, and it's called The Black Sheep. I think it's I think I've heard of it before.
Yeah, it's a book. I think I've seen it in real life.
So she's reading him the book, and she asks, "Do you know what a black sheep is?" And he goes, "No." And she says, "Well, it's somebody who doesn't fit in.
Somebody who's different.
Somebody who's different.
But it's still beautiful."
Yeah, exactly. And she says, "It doesn't matter what you are on the outside. It matters what's in here." And she taps his chest. And he goes, he's like, "Chappie in here?" And she says, "Yes. That, your spirit,
your soul.
This stuff on the outside doesn't matter so much. It's what's on the inside that
matters." And she tells him one day this outside goes away, and then what's inside
will go
what's
to
next.
To the other side, she
said what's next.
Yeah, what's next, that's right.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice because they kind of kept it away from, actual, saying to heaven or whatever the other religions.
It's the sort of thing where she clearly she's like there's an afterlife, but she's not saying what it is.
Yeah. Which is kind of nice because that kind of stuff irritates me.
Yeah.
Not religion and all together, but the backlash for religion is what irritates me.
Yeah. All right, so we move on from that. Chappie starts doing crimes with them because they start
tricking him.
They tell him that somebody stole his cars, so Chappie gets super pissed off, he goes and fucking destroys this one guy's car. He beats
it with a freaking pipe wrench.
Oh, it was beautiful. Chappie's just yelling at the guy.
Don't steal Daddy's car, bang!
Don't do bad things. Don't steal. And he throws the guy, and it's fucking funny. And Ninja in America are like, whoa!
They're like, no, you idiot. And then eventually,
don't break the car next time. And then he stole a bunch of cars.
They stole 3 cars.
And they bring him to the place where they're trading them all out.
Yeah.
And Chappie learns about death.
Yes, this is
because
where Chappie
there's a dog there that's dead, and
it's It's this weird, like...
It's like a crime place.
Hobo Tower. I'm going to call it Hobo Tower.
Well, you ever seen the movie Dread? Or The Raid?
I have not, but
well,
I know about
there's like
that.
a big giant building full of criminals.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's a giant building full of criminal activity.
And they go there to sell the cars for explosives, which they need to blow open the armored car.
Yeah.
And so they're there, and they have dog fighting at the bottom.
And like Chappie sees a dead dog.
One of the dead dogs.
Yeah.
And Ninja comes down, and he's like, he
gives him the basics. He's like,
the dog's dead.
He's
but
like,
you see that dog over there? He's fighting.
He's alive.
He's alive. Do you want to be like this dog, or do you want to be like that dog?
And then he points out to Chappie his battery, and he points out that it's draining. It's almost out of life. And so he tells him that if he helps him with the heist,
he can buy him
a new body. Which is a lie.
Yeah.
But Chappie believes it.
Yeah. So what happens is, he turns him against Dev.
Yeah.
By saying he made you to die. Because
which isn't completely true. No. Dev just didn't realize how much Chappie would come to exist.
What he wanted to do...
It was a test.
Yeah, he wanted to test it. That's all he wanted to do. He wanted to test his AI program. Because you can't sell something without it being tested.
The truth is, Dev should have had more foresight. Because looking back on it, he should have known.
Just how much this was... Just how much potential this had.
Yeah, like...
And when they get back...
He built a fucking program that's basically emulating real life.
Yeah.
He should have fucking known better.
Yeah, he grossly underestimated his own creation.
Seriously.
And so he goes to their house, and Chappie shows up with America and Ninja, and they have the explosives and all that, and Chappie doesn't want to talk to him, because Chappie's upset with him. And so he goes there, and he starts talking to Chappie, and he says, I did not create you to be destroyed. I didn't want that. I didn't know you would be like this, basically.
They have like a whole thing.
And Chappie forgives him.
Chappie forgives him. They go and do the heist. Dev sees it on the news. Everybody's freaking out because a police robot's fucking...
First, before the heist, the police robots, huge jack-off, he's like...
No, that happens after the heist.
No, it happens before the heist because there's nobody to stop them.
That's right. All right, yeah. Huge jack-off. He uses the fucking chip.
The chip.
He puts a virus on the chip.
Well, no. What he does is...
I know.
He uploads a new firmwear that's broken.
And it fucks all the robots off.
Robots.
Including Chappie. Chappie deactivates too. Every robot deactivates.
So Dev freaks out. And he
takes Chappie, he brings him to the fucking factory to fix him up.
And then Chappie finds the neural helmet.
Yeah, and he gets the idea he can transfer his brain or his soul, rather.
Yeah, his
soul into a new body.
Into a new robot, and he's like, that's not how it works. Dev tells him that's not how it works.
But Chappie fucking brings it and wires all those fucking PS4s together, and he makes it work.
He makes a makeshift supercomputer, basically.
Yeah. Fucking Chappie's fucking smart.
He uses 6 PlayStation 4s, and he wires it all together.
And he goes on the internet and he reads everything on the subject.
He gets all of this shit. And he actually creates a way to transfer his consciousness into another robot.
And then he tests it out by putting it on his mom.
But you don't find that out until the end of the movie.
We're not going to get... You're spoiling it right now, man. He puts it on his mom to test, like, it'll work to look at brains.
But you don't
so he does that.
Yeah, there's a whole thing.
And that's a thing. And then they do the heist. Yeah. And the heist goes fairly well, but then Chappie realizes he's actually hurting people with the ninja stars.
Yeah, because when he threw it onto one of the guys, it hit him in the neck.
And the guy's like, please don't hurt me, don't kill me.
He's like, don't kill me. And Chappie's like... What is this? Like, this human's leaking, right?
Yeah, and he's like, next time go to sleep. And he said that real excitable as he got away.
And then
because he didn't want to freak it.
He stands up and he says, I'm sorry. And then he gets in the van and they drive away. They have all the money.
And then Ninja admits that he lied to him about being able to buy him a body. And Chappie gets super pissed off.
Meanwhile, this is happening because all the cop robots are down. There's citywide riots.
Oh my god. Can we just say Huge Jackman is the hugest fucking jack-off in the world?
He's probably responsible for
hundreds
of deaths.
If not more.
Yeah, because this is a citywide riot.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Like, there's fucking explosions, people are fucking getting shot.
And the main asshole...
There's probably a lot of people getting raped.
Yeah. The main asshole guy with the fucking funny fucking hair.
Oh god.
He sees
Chappie. He wants
news
Chappie.
footage the news footage that they managed to get of the heist, the cop robot.
God,
Chappie.
I should have sat up straight now, like me really look short. Fucking
dude, like I said, you're nearly a foot taller than me.
I'm a monster.
And so like, I'm turning on that fucking AC. Keep talking.
I thought it was already on. Alright, so the fucking guy, he sees news footage, he decides he wants Chappie and the money. Because he's a greedy son of a bitch. He's a fucker.
He's got a gold-plated fucking AK.
Yeah. I gotta say, I love the guns in this movie. Fucking, they're ridiculous and they're kind of awesome.
All of Ninja and his crew's weapons are spray-painted a ridiculous color.
Like, Ninja's gun is like neon yellow. And fucking her gun is like this weird neon.
She's got two Uzis.
One's blue.
Baby blue and one's pink.
Yeah, I love that. Oh my god. Alright, well, we gotta move on with the plot, because we're carrying this shit long here. Whole thing happens. Hugh Jackman uses the fucking footage on there to his advantage to get the lady to approve his project.
Using Moose.
Yeah, so he decides he's gonna go kill Dev Patel, Chappie, everybody.
Yeah, he wants to get rid of them so nobody can find out what he did.
Because Dev Patel knows what he fucking did.
Yeah, because when Dev came and brought Chappie back to the warehouse, he found the corrupted firmware and he got rid of it. Yeah. Which brought Chappie back.
And then
online.
he was looking on the fucking systems for the other scout units.
And he finds
out it on all of them.
What computer it
and it was sent from his computer.
He finds it out.
I thought he was gonna punch him there.
He stands up in like the office. He stands up and he just looks right at him.
Yeah. If he hadn't seen the footage of Chappie robbing the armored car, I think he would have fucking got him right in the throat.
He still had the gun on him. He might have pulled it on him.
He might have fucking shot Hugh Jackman right in the middle of that office. That would have been fucking. That would have made the movie a lot shorter.
So like, Hugh Jackman uses the footage of Chappie robbing the armored car to get authorization to utilize Moose.
So he sicks Moose on everybody. Shit goes down. Like, all at once.
When Dev gets to the house, Chappie's there with the rest of them, and he's freaking out. Dev's freaking out because he knows what's going to happen. He's like, we have to get out of here. This thing, it's coming to hurt us.
And Ninja's all remorseful because he actually seems to feel something for Chappie. He feels bad for lying to Chappie. And then Asshole shows up with all of his guns and shit. Yeah, and he starts shooting,
So
and then the Moose shows up.
And then the Moose comes out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, fuck. And the first person it kills is America.
Poor fucking America. Can I just say, I really liked America. He seemed pretty harmless throughout the entire thing. He was nice to Chappie. He did the most threatening thing he ever did in the entire movie was
shoot.
Well, no, he yelled at fucking Dev. Him and Dev had a thing because Dev was talking about him
counting the drugs in front of Chappie.
And then she's like, maybe we shouldn't count the drugs in front of the kid.
Yeah, she calls him the kid. She calls Chappie
That's fucking adorable. All right, so the big shootout, Moose shows up. Fucking, here we go. The scissors.
The Moose shows up.
Cuts America in half.
Like, legit.
And throws his body, like the top pops his body against the building.
He comes in, he lands right next to America where he's hiding undercover. And America freaks the fuck out. Like, he's freaking out so bad he can't actually stand up. The Moose
Chappie's having a moral dilemma.
Because snips him in half.
Yeah. Chappie's having a moral dilemma this entire time because he doesn't want to use guns.
Yeah,
Dev brought him like this badass gun.
It's I think it's a 25mm grenade launcher. Honestly,
let's call it the Moose Killer. Yeah, that's what this fucking gun is.
That's what
the Moose Killer.
He brought that because Dev knows what's coming. Chappie's having this dilemma because.
But I think America getting snipped in half might have made Chappie change his mind.
So like you see Chappie, he's standing in the back of the van and they're screaming, "Chappie, help us!" Yeah, and he looks down and there's this grenade and he grabs he's got a throwing star not a throwing star, a throwing knife, and he tapes the grenade to the throwing knife, and that's the last you see of him for like
until
5 minutes.
A bunch of fucking people get killed, and then fucking Chappie finally comes out, guns blazing.
Yeah.
And he's like shooting the fucking Moose, and he's got the throwing knife grenade and he throws it, and then
he stabs it.
Yeah,
he jump stabbed it.
Oh, that's right.
That was the first thing he did.
Oh yeah.
He comes back like Moose is killing people. And he jumps up, and Chappie comes out of nowhere, basically, and goes, BAM! Gets him right in the... Gets it right in.
And he's got the detonator, and he's about to fucking ignite it, but then his arm gets shot.
He gets shot a bunch of times by a Gatling gun. Moose has a Gatling gun on top.
He drops it, and it's a whole fucking thing. He's trying to save all of them.
Yeah.
And then Dev gets shot.
Yeah, what happens is the asshole He's the only one to survive all the grenades that Moose was shooting at his people.
Yeah.
He comes around, and he wants to get the van because Dev's character is getting in the van to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And then he fucking
grabs Dev and throws him out of the van, and this is when Ninja redeems himself.
Yeah, he starts trying to save Dev.
He shows up and hits the guy with a shovel.
Yeah, then he starts like choking the guy out from behind.
And then
little skinny ass Ninja trying to be threatening.
Yeah, this guy's really thin. Like he's small. But he ends up getting shot in the leg, Ninja. And then he
Dev
falls
gets
back,
shot through the
and
gut.
then the guy turns around and shoots Dev right through the kidneys.
Fucking Dev's died.
That's a painful
Dev's
shot.
just died. There's literally no way he's going to survive this.
Yeah.
Ultimately,
he falls to the ground.
As they call that's a gut shot back in the Old West. You fucking shit yourself to death.
Ninja hits the guy with the shovel from behind, and then like you don't see it because it's like over dramatized with how Dev is falling, but you see in the background him lift up the shovel like side down and bring it down.
Yeah, he fucking killed the guy. I have respect for Ninja now because he fucking killed that guy.
Yeah, that
guy looks like fucking Conan the gangster, and he fucking just he fucking kill-hauled him. Oh man,
Conan the gangster with tonsillitis.
All right, but then we have the problem of Moose. Moose is like there. Moose is fucking everything up. His camera's fucked up, but he's using like he's using like ultraviolet or fucking
infrared.
Basically,
what happens is
Ninja wants to sacrifice himself.
Ninja shoots at the Moose and it breaks the camera, and that causes it to recoil. That gives him enough time to try to run.
Ninja says to go and for Misser and fucking Dev.
He puts them in the van.
Yeah,
and he tells Chappie to get the fuck out of here. He's gonna distract the robot.
But then she doesn't want Ninja to die because she loves him.
She ends up jumping out of the van.
Grabs Chappie's gun and fucking shoots at the thing at Moose. And then Moose
turns around,
fucking shoots her,
and just sprays her with the Gatling gun.
Oh my god, it was terrible.
And Chappie shows
up. Chappie's
and he's
super pissed.
He's holding her, and he's like, "No, mommy, wake up, wake up." And then he looks, and the detonator's on the ground.
He picks the detonator up,
picks it up,
bam,
and blows the fuck out of Moose. Moose is destroyed.
Fucking Hugh Jackman shitting himself back at the factory.
And then,
Ninja goes to her body.
Chappie's holding her. Ninja comes up and he just starts crying.
He's like in tears. Chappie's got revenge on the brain.
Chappie is pissed.
He takes Dev in the van and he's going. He goes there. He finds Hugh Jackman and he beats the living shit out of him. Oh my! He doesn't kill him. He does not fucking kill him. He wants to teach him a lesson, is what he says. You're going to be taught a lesson.
What happens, they get there, and Chappie, he needed the neural helmet to upload Dev's
he wants to take Dev's consciousness and put it into
another robot.
Because he wants to save Dev.
So they get there, and it's Hugh Jackman's office where they're trying to go. So he's there. He takes a few shots at them. Chappie puts Dev down. He picks up I think it's a half-inch wrench and throws it at him.
Like, caves in the back of his fucking knee. He's like, blood dripping down his leg.
He's limping into the offices.
His leg is fucking snapped. You could see the blood pouring down.
He limps into the main offices, and everybody's like, what's going on? He starts shooting at Chappie because Chappie's following him.
Meanwhile, Chappie's just like, bitch! Bam!
Chappie's like, you hurt them. I hate you and all this, and he just
why do you always hurt the people I love? Sort of thing.
He throws him through one window. He kicks him through one of the fucking partition walls.
Yeah. He fucking throws him into the ceiling, and then he finally leaves him there and says, I forgive you now.
He says, I don't hate you. I forgive you now. And then he walks away, and Hugh Jackman's just like...
He's just there, I shouldn't have been the Wolverine. Alright, so he gets down there, he
goes back down to the office with the neural
He does the thing with Dev, he saves his life.
Yeah, it actually works.
Fucking great. He puts him into like this test robot, which is all orange.
Yeah, it's an orange
He's very
robot.
cool looking. I like the whole orange robot look. And then Dev wants to do the same thing with Chappie, because Chappie's gonna die.
Whenever they first get there, he says, Chappie, you have to save yourself. There's only one robot.
Yeah.
And Chappie's like, no.
It's like we think one of them's gonna die, but both of them survive because he's able to transfer Chappie's consciousness into a robot that's outside the factory.
Yeah, another one of the scouts.
Yeah, one of the scouts that got deactivated when Dickhead
uploaded Genesis. So all they did was delete Genesis from the files, from the robot files, and then they just upload Chappie's consciousness to the new robot.
So they both escape, new bodies. Everybody presumes they're dead because their bodies are just laying in there. but they don't
They
know.
go back home.
They go back home. They find Ninja. Ninja is like burning photos of.
He's burning the money. He's burning photos.
Ninja's just heartbroken. Yeah. Nothing else matters. But then he finds this doll that Chappie made of her.
Yeah.
And under the doll, he finds a little flash drive that says
"Mommy's consciousness" on it.
He did a fucking backup of her brain.
And he's just like, oh.
And then that's what we have set up there at the very end. It said
Chappie goes.
Chappie, Ninja,
they bury her body.
Yeah.
And they go to the slums to hide out. Yeah. And then it cuts to Chappie. He's got a laptop. And he's just kind of typing.
He's getting into the fucking thing.
He's hacking into the machinery that
because
builds
the place
robots.
The factory's completely shut down.
It's shut down because
all the scandal.
All the scandal. You know, there's not going to be anybody there. Yeah. So he hacks in and he makes the robots build a custom mold
of her for and her it's form. Like her face.
Yeah, it's
her
kind of creepy.
Face. But it's like all like neat blue and
yeah,
pink.
It was like a neat blue pink. And, like, that's how the movie ends. It plugs in the hard drive with her consciousness and all that.
And her eyes open up.
Her eyes open, and that's the end of the movie.
And I fucking love that. And I was like, Neil Blomkamp, don't do this to me again, because you still haven't given us a District 10. You son of a bitch. I love you. You're a fucking great director, and I really enjoy these stories. But fucking give us a sequel. I need to know what happens next. I want another Chappie. I don't fucking care if people shit on this movie. I want a sequel. Yeah. Do a fucking comic, something. Right. I want some more story.
Wrapping up, because this one's actually running long because we liked this movie.
It doesn't matter. It can be fucking long.
You can probably tell we liked this movie because we went on about it.
There were a lot of repeats as far as the trailers.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't have to give a final verdict. We love this fucking. Let's just go straight to the trailers.
Go with that. We really liked it. We're going to the trailers. Yeah. Two of them, we already seen Mad Max and Star Wars.
Which fucking great looking trailers.
Of course.
New trailers for this time were Ant-Man, which I'm actually excited about. I know a lot of people are pissed off because Edgar Wright got thrown off the movie. Or no, he walked off the movie because of creative difficulties.
It still looks like it's going to be decent.
It's my favorite Ant-Man. Most people, they're like classic Hank Pym. I like Scott Lang. I like the whole idea of him being a criminal who became a hero, like redemption thing.
Yeah, it's a better story there.
Yeah, I like it. He's a single father, ex-criminal, trying to do the best for his daughter. He becomes a superhero. So, he makes it to the Avengers.
Ant-Man looks pretty good.
It looks good.
And then the next trailer was for Age of Ultron.
Avengers, Age of Ultron. Oh my god.
I love the part. I've seen this trailer before.
You want to talk about a geek boner?
And I love the part. I love the fucking part when like the Hulkbuster armor comes out. I just love that. Just standing there in the middle of the street, and I'm just like, oh yeah.
Oh my god. My favorite part is just the whole voiceover of Ultron saying, "There are no strings on me." Turning that fucking classic Pinocchio song into this creepy fucking soliloquy.
Yeah, it was kind of,
Thank God Disney owns Marvel, because they wouldn't have been able to use that shit otherwise.
But yeah, so those movies we're definitely going to do for this.
Yeah, we'll get to those. Oh,
yeah, when those come out, we're doing Age of Ultron for this.
We might not do 50 Shades of Grey, but we're gonna fucking do those movies.
We're gonna do Star Wars. We're doing Age of Ultron. We're doing Ant-Man, and we're doing Mad Max. Those are guaranteed for these fucking videos.
If you people want us to see more shitty movies, you're gonna have to send us some money or something.
Yeah, because I'm not spending.
We can't afford to go buy all this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of spend my money on movies that are actually have a chance to be decent.
I mean, we will try and squeeze in some shitty movies. From time to time.
Definitely.
Because we know, like, you don't just want to hear us talk about good movies. You want to hear us shit on some movies too. So yeah, yeah.
As of this point, that was good movie.
We did talk about the fact that we'd be willing to go see American Sniper if it was in like a discount theater.
Yeah. I would love to rag on that movie. I could probably go on about it for half an hour myself.
Oh, fucking maybe we'll make something out. Wouldn't it be great if fucking 50 Shades of Grey was in like a discount theater where you could fucking go shit on that movie?
I would not go watch that at a discount theater.
No, I totally would because I have so many things to say about that movie.
I would not because you know the clientele that goes to a discount theater?
Some guy fucking like in a fucking nasty Jay and Silent Bob jacket fucking jerking it in the front row. Who would jerk off to that movie? Every woman who's bringing fucking cucumbers and shit to fucking masturbate to that movie, what the fuck's wrong with you? What the hell?
Oh shit. Okay.
Do that shit at home.
Seriously.
Christ.
All right, guys.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep.
We're filming. Great movie. We love it. We're getting ready to start.
Another.
We're gonna. Well, you already know. We get to it.
We'll get to it. Right. You'll see it too. Don't worry.